Okay, guys. Okay, so I was browsing Twitter last night. Not last night, tonight. And right now, I can't believe this is a thing. I'm I saw a link to people's results for this "How autistic are you?" test. And I'm like, "Oh my god, I need to know. I need to know. Am I on the spectrum?" Um can't believe this is what happens when you don't have content. We're doing this. We're doing this. All right, we're doing this. All right, section one. We're doing this with beverages because you need to wet your beak while you do things like this. I'll leave a link to the description if you want to try it out yourself. My God. All right, here we go. Section 1, sensory perception. Using our senses to make sense of the world around us. This questionnaire will measure your basic sensitivity across 5 senses: touch, hearing, vision, smell, taste. All right. I would be able to distinguish different people by their smell. Oh my God. Out the gates, huh? If you think about it, I guess if I were hanging out near people who, didn't shower and they had like this distinct odor, I suppose. But then, I don't go around smelling people. That's just strange. Um, you know what? Slightly agree. We'll see what happens. I would be able to taste the difference between 2 brands of salty potato chips and crisps. I've never tried. I think after this test I will. I'm gonna say no, mainly because I've never thought of doing that. That seems strange. I can hear electricity humming in the walls sometimes. Yes, but that's just due to power currents. That's when I took a long ago. I took a stagecraft class, and they taught. Uh, I learned about the idea of phantom power. Um, the stronger a current is in an area, the higher chance you're going to hear it actually humming. But whatever. I don't see that as autistic. That's just sort of like whether or not you're aware of it in the natural world around you. Sure, okay. We'll go with that, I suppose. I would be able to notice a tiny change, for example, 1 degree in the temperature of the weather. No. Tiny changes? No. I would be able to taste the difference between apparently identical pieces of candy. Apparently identical. No. No, I wouldn't. If they're apparently identical, I should not be able to taste any differences because they are apparently identical. Yeah, no, not at all. I would be able to tell the weight difference between 2 different coin sizes on the palm of my hand when my eyes were closed. Well, I've got coins over here on my desk. These are 2 different coin sizes. And you know what? My eyes are closed. They're obviously different weight. One's thicker than the other, and then even the weight in my hand. Granted, I collect coins, so that's just the thing I do. That's one of my hobbies, so I would know the different coin. Anyways, whatever. I would be able to smell the smallest gas leak from anywhere in the house. No, because we don't do gas. Not here in this house. No. I would be the first to hear if there was a fly in the room. No. I doubt it. I doubt it greatly. If I look at a pile of blue sweaters in a shop that are meant to be identical, I would be able to see differences between them. That's like one of those questions where it's like where? Like at Macy's, where everything is supposed to be the same, like quality, or at Ross, where I'm supposed to check for like people leaving stains after they've gone in the changing room. Like, what do you mean here? I don't understand. We'll go ahead and disagree there. I can see dust particles in the air in most environments. Yes, I can, kind of a little bit. I mean, if the sun like shines in a certain way, I suppose. Jesus Christ, terrifying. Section 2, social interaction. Empathy is a very important aspect of daily life. It enables to tune to how other people are feeling and what they're thinking. It allows okay. This test measures different components of empathy. Wow. I'm good at yes. Other people tell me I'm good at understanding how they are fit. A little bit. It is hard for me to see why things. No, I can tell. You can't be alive as long as I have, trolling people on the internet as long as I have through online gaming, and not figure out how to rustle some jimmies. Like, I mean, come on. I can easily work out what another. Yes, I mean, if I think about it a lot. I can't always see why someone should have felt offended by. Oh, come on. That's like basic mental brain power. I can tune into how someone else feels rapidly. Yes, I can. I do it all the time. Other people often say that I am insensitive, though I don't always see why. If I'm ever insensitive with a person, it is because I purposefully want to be insensitive. I'm being perfectly honest here. It's not because I'm, fucking clueless or anything. So we're gonna disagree with that. In a conversation, I tend to focus on my own thoughts rather than on what my sometimes if they're not. Oh wait, no, might be thinking. I thought they said saying. I think half and half. Depends on if the conversation is required me to predict as to what my partner or whomsoever I'm talking with is saying. I have to properly predict what they're. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's an interesting question. Friends usually talk to me about their problems. They say that I am very. I like to think I am an ear for people, and people have come to me with their issues, and I have done what I could, at least in the listening department. I find it hard to know what to do. No. It's very simple. Organization and routine. Systemizing is a very important aspect of everyday life. It enables us to spot repeating patterns. Helps us to understand the world around us. Okay. Oh boy. Oh jeez. God. Halfway through this test. Boy, oh boy. And this is supposed to be a 5-minute test, but I'm like taking my time. Whatever. I hope time isn't like part of the autism test, because I am taking my sweet time, and that will probably put me on the spectrum. We'll see. When I learn about a new category, I like to go into detail to understand the small differences between different members of that category. Oh God, what the fuck? When I learn about a new category, I like to go into detail to understand. Oh, there's no comma. When I learn about a new category, comma, I like to go into detail to understand the small differences between different members of that category. A little bit. I mean, I sort magic cards. I'm a magic judge. I have to understand the details between to understand the small differences between different members of a cat. Okay, move on. When I'm in a plane, no, I don't. I think about how long the flight will take and whether or not the nice flight attendants will give me more alcohol at this point, because hashtag first class life. To be perfectly honest here, I'm not thinking about the aerodynamics. Maybe when I was a child, but not really, no. I'm interested in knowing the path the river takes from its source to the sea. No, because I can look at a map if I really wanted to. When traveling by train, I often wonder exactly how the rail networks are. No. When I hear the one, I am not very interested in the meteorological patterns. Oh, they tried to trick you into hitting disagree all the time. Yeah. I mean, pattern of like maybe when's the next time there's gonna be a storm front. I want to know, but I mean, I guess I don't know if that's a pattern. You know, I enjoy looking through catalogs of products to see the details of each. I actually do that. I assume, well, I mean, in my case, it's products I'm interested in. For example, again, I collect coins, bullion, gold and silver. Not a lot of gold, a lot of silver. And I do actually look through, I have a couple of coin dealers online dealers that I do order through. And I do actually look through their catalogs, and I do check the details because I want to make sure the silver content is pure, the weight is good. I check the details on the coins. Are they good looking? Things like that. So I suppose, yes. Long story short, I agree. When I look at a mountain, I think about how precisely it was formed. No, I don't care. When I look at a piece of furniture, I do not notice the details of. I mean, if I'm sitting on it, I might like tap around and feel the frame, but that's not. I mean, maybe we'll put agree. We'll see what happens. When I learn a language, I actually yes. Nihongo wa muzakashi to omoshiroi desu ne. Yeah. When I listen to yes, I do. Although that's probably because I have a degree in it. I mean, prior to me getting that training, I suppose. I mean, I would understand the parts of it, but I never understood like the full until I actually did the classwork. Very interesting question. Good question though. Section 4, ASQ. Theory and research suggests that oh boy, with autistic traits across the spectrum appearing in the general population, this short form of the quotient measures detail, attention, imagination. Okay, first question. I often notice small sounds when others do not. Well, you have to. I have a music degree. We get trained to notice these small whatever. I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than small details. I try to. I try to. Yes, I do. I do try to. Yes. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. Yeah, I multitask. We do that. If there's an interruption, I can switch back. Yes. I find it easy to read between the lines. Yes. I know how to tell if someone listening to me is getting bored. Yes. When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to. No. I like to collect information about categories of things. Wow. Like to. So I guess physically take pleasure from collecting. No, I don't. I find it easy to work out. Yes, I do. Thank God. I find it difficult to work out. No. Your results. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. This is the sensory perception. Higher scores indicate hypersensitivity, and lower scores indicate hyposensitivity. Distinguishing between different stimuli. On average, I'll score higher on this questionnaire than without. So I have an 11 out of 30. The average is apparently 15. And for an autiste, it's like 17.5. Interesting. So I'm like way down there. I guess I don't sense anything. Social interaction. On average, females score higher than males on this questionnaire, and on average, adults with autism diagnosed score lower than 2. Wow. 12 out of 20. The average is 8 and 3/4. Interesting. Huh. Organization and routine. Males score higher on this question than females, and on average, Score higher on systemizing than typical adults without that. So 9. I'm closer to the autist. Oh, this is funny. Okay. All right. I scored a 1 on the ASQ. Apparently the average female is, or the average male is like a, I don't even know what that is. What is that, a 4? Theory and research suggests that autism is a spectrum with autistic traits across the spectrum. Everyone, oh boy, that's wonderful. I have a degree of it. So you self-report elements of autism. Score higher on this question if it were 6 out of 10. It's more specialist diagnosis. There's no blood test you could do for autism. Holy crap. Should you seek a formal diagnosis of autism? And people learn to cope with lifestyle. Does a high score doesn't mean you definitely have autism or Asperger's. So I have a 1. Does that mean I'm just like super normal? Am I just really normal? I guess I'm really normal. This is interesting. Yeah. I mean, granted, I have worked with autistic kids before, and I understand the reasoning why some of these questions would be asked. So it's just interesting to, like, you know, to see that kind of stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching. This is sort of like a boring, I was bored and I saw this on Twitter, and I figured I'd take it just for my own morbid curiosity, laugh a little while I drink some delicious beverages. Yeah, if you like the video, hit the like, share it around. Yeah, if you consider subscribing to the channel if you like the sound of my voice, and I'll see you when I see you.